The transfer portal is booming, and Auburn, they're getting their fill. They've landed 3 major commitments in the past 48 hours, and they're looking for more, most notably the top wide receiver in the portal. I got Jeffrey Lee from Auburn Live in this video. We're going to break it all down, but first, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We're growing this page. We need you Auburn fans to be a part of it. Hit subscribe. All right, let's bring in Jeffrey Lee for Auburn Live. Now, over the weekend, Penn State wide receiver KeAndre Lambert-Smith was on campus, visited Auburn, then he went to Texas A&M. Now there's reports that he might be at USC this weekend. Jeff, how big of a priority is he for Auburn?
He's a very big priority. And Auburn's got a loaded wide receiver room. They really do, especially coming from this 2024 class. And they certainly will add to that when Perry Thompson gets on campus, when Malcolm Simmons gets on campus. But we're talking about freshmen. They're a very young group. They really need a kind of a mentor, an experienced guy to come in and show them what it takes to get to where he is, which is a highly coveted, one of the most highly coveted wide receivers in college football. So, they kind of need that somebody to show them the ropes. Yeah. And he even mentioned that when he was on campus, that's kind of what their challenge was to him, is come in here and show these guys what it takes to walk like a pro, to act like a pro, to work like a pro, to play like a pro. And so they've prioritized him very highly and got him on campus, and it seems to have gone fairly well.
All right. And we know he's going to maybe make it out to USC this weekend. He's been at Texas A&M. Where do you think Auburn stands in this recruitment?
I don't think they're at the top. I don't. I think Texas A&M probably is the team to beat coming into this week off of that A&M visit. I do think – I don't know – NIL is obviously going to be a big play for these guys in the transfer portal, especially a guy like Lambert-Smith. Is Auburn willing to play that game? Are they willing to spend the money to get him? I kind of got the feeling Saturday when he left that maybe he loved everything, but maybe the NIL wasn't there, or at least that he was expecting. Now, will Auburn go back and satisfy these? And I kind of think from talking to some people that maybe they will. Mm-hmm. But I think there's work to be done there for Auburn, and maybe it was more on the NIL side of things than it was on the roster and playing time and offense and all the other stuff.
All right, now you and I have talked a lot on this show all offseason about the idea of Auburn pursuing a transfer quarterback, and up until this point, there really hasn't been one that Auburn's really gone full bore for. But now that Jaden Rashada is leaving Arizona State, he's currently at Georgia as you and I speak. Do you think that Auburn kicks the tires here on Jaden Rashada?
Absolutely. Kicks the tires? Absolutely. Yes, I do. I think they already have. I think whether or not they make a big push for him or any other transfer portal quarterback likely depends on what their current room does. Does anyone leave? Does a Holden Gurner leave? Does a Henry Brown? I always call him Henry and it throws me off. Does Hank Brown leave? So I think if no one leaves their current quarterback room, Walker White's obviously in there as well, but he's not going anywhere, at least I presume. So you've got 4 scholarship quarterbacks there, and that's kind of what you want going into the season. So I don't think that they'll look to add another one unless somebody else leaves or unless somebody leaves. So it's kind of a day-to-day thing. Do we expect anybody from the quarterback room to leave? I thought maybe so 2 weeks ago. Now I'm not so sure. So it's kind of a day-to-day thing with the transfer quarterback. Will they bring him in to visit? Maybe, just to make sure that they're in the game should they need him down the road. But as of right now, it's kind of day-to-day with Auburn's transfer quarterback recruiting.
Do you think part of the hesitation could be because of where they stand with Juju Lewis? Now, because Jaden Rashada is a multi-year transfer, that could impact where they stand with Julian Lewis. And with Georgia bowing out of that sweepstakes, you got to like where Auburn stands right now with him. Do you think that plays into the decision to take a transfer quarterback at all?
Absolutely. I think that's something you have to consider. Rashada's got 4 years of eligibility, if I'm not mistaken, so he would technically be 1 year ahead of Juju Lewis or any other 2025 quarterback they bring in. So that's something to consider. Does that work against you, bringing in a guy with 4 years of experience right now? So it's kind of a tightrope, man. And I think they're going back and forth at Auburn. I think that coaching staff is back and forth on kind of whether they want to make a push for Rashada. Do they feel good about where they are with Juju Lewis? Does that even impact? Maybe they run that by Juju Lewis in his camp. Hey, listen, if somebody leaves and we bring we bring a guy like Rashada in, we're only replacing what already was here.
Yeah.
Is that the pitch that they put to him? Because in all honesty, when the numbers work out, that's kind of what they would be doing. Now, would they take Rashada should no one else leave or no one leave? That's kind of getting more into the Juju camp as far as affecting his recruitment with Auburn.
All right, well, we'll see where things stand. The transfer portal is moving fast. Like we said, Jaden Rashada is currently in Athens for a couple days, so we'll see what happens this weekend. But right now, Auburn focused on filling a need at the wide receiver position. Jeffrey Lee from Auburn Live, thanks for dropping by the Inside Scoop, talking about transfer portal today.
Absolutely, Josh. Always a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed that, go check out the hundreds of videos that we have on this channel, and also do me a favor, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel.